Welcome to a deep dive into one of the most mysterious and captivating books in the Bible, the Book of Revelations. Also known as the Apocalypse, this text has intrigued and frightened readers for centuries. Written by the Apostle John while in exile on the island of Patmos, the book is filled with vivid imagery, symbolic visions, and predictions of the end times. What exactly does the Book of Revelations mean? Why have its mysteries captivated the imagination of theologians, scholars, and ordinary people alike? Today, we will uncover some of the most curious and frightening facts about this enigmatic book, exploring the symbolism, prophecies, and the timeless questions that it raises. Number 1. What does the Book of Revelations mean? How does it control the minds and aspirations of mankind? And why does it? Stay tuned as we unravel the secrets of Revelations, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful explorations into the mysteries of sacred texts and beyond. To understand the mysteries of the Book of Revelations, we must first understand its author. Traditionally, the book is attributed to the Apostle John, one of Jesus' closest disciples. But there's an intriguing mystery surrounding this figure, John of Patmos, who wrote the book while in exile on a remote island. John's exile was likely a result of persecution, and his visions are said to have occurred during a time of great turmoil for early Christians. The Roman Empire, under Emperor Domitian, was heavily persecuting Christians, and the visions John experienced seemed to be a direct response to the suffering of his people. But what makes these visions even more enigmatic is how intensely symbolic and surreal they are, filled with strange creatures, cosmic events, and apocalyptic imagery that many still struggle to interpret. This brings us to one of the most fascinating and frightening elements of the Book of Revelations: the symbols. The Book of Revelations is packed with bizarre and often terrifying symbols, some of which have perplexed scholars for centuries. Take, for instance, the number 666, famously known as the Mark of the Beast. In Revelation 13:18 it is written, "This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. This number has sparked a great deal of speculation, with many trying to decipher its meaning. Some interpret it symbolically, seeing it as a representation of imperfection, one short of the divine number. 7, symbolizing completion. Others, however, believe it refers to a specific historical figure, most famously Emperor Nero, who was notorious for persecuting Christians. Another haunting symbol is the 4 horsemen of the Apocalypse, described in Revelation 6 verse 1, verses 8. These 4 riders, each representing conquest, war, famine, and death, are often depicted as harbingers of the end times. They bring devastation and chaos to the world. But what makes these horsemen even more chilling is the way they seem to mirror the world's ongoing struggles, reflecting our fears of war, famine, and death. Yet, it's not just the symbols that are frightening. There are entire visions in Revelation that depict the end of the world itself. Perhaps one of the most unnerving aspects of the Book of Revelations is its description of the end of the world. In vivid imagery, John describes cataclysmic events, natural disasters, wars, and cosmic upheaval. In Revelation 6:12-14, it speaks of the sky being rolled up like a scroll, and every mountain and island being moved out of place. The earth itself seems to be falling apart as people hide in fear from the wrath of God. Then we have the terrifying depiction of the Great Tribulation in Revelation 7:14, which is said to be a time of immense suffering before the final judgment. The tribulation is said to involve widespread persecution, suffering, and death. But what makes this vision particularly chilling is its sense of inevitability, the sense that nothing can stop the impending judgment. And this leads us to one of the most perplexing aspects of Revelation, the mark of the beast, and the concept of the final judgment. One of the most curious and frightening aspects of the book of Revelations is the idea of the mark of the beast. In Revelation 13:16 through 18, it states that no one can buy or sell without receiving this mark, which is said to be placed on the hand or forehead of individuals. This mark is associated with the beast, a malevolent figure who is often thought to represent the Antichrist. The law states, however, the warning that the Antichrist has given to the beast, a malevolent figure who is often thought to represent the Antichrist. But who or what exactly is the beast? Some believe it represents a future political leader or a figure of great evil who will arise before the end of time. Others suggest that it symbolizes systems of oppression or societal forces that promote evil. What makes the mark of the beast so frightening is the idea of coercion and control. The mark is a sign of allegiance to the beast, and those who refuse it face persecution and death. In the modern age, this has sparked fear and speculation about government surveillance, technological control, and the loss of personal freedom. Many have linked it to the rise of digital identification systems or the use of microchips, fueling fears of a dystopian future where personal choice is overridden by global powers. But even as we grapple with the fear of the mark of the beast, there is the final, unsettling event, the great judgment that follows. After the chaos of the end times and the final battle between good and evil, the book of Revelations concludes with a vision of hope, but also one of finality. In Revelation 20:11 through 15, we are told of the great white throne judgment, where the dead are resurrected and judged according to their deeds. Those whose names are not written in the book of life are cast into the lake of fire, a terrifying image of final separation from God. However, this isn't the end. Revelation 21:01 through 4 offers a vision of a new heaven and a new earth, where God will dwell with his people, wiping away every tear and abolishing death, mourning, and pain. It is the promise of eternal peace and restoration, but only after the darkness of judgment has passed. The contrast between the terrifying visions of destruction and the hopeful renewal of the world is what makes Revelation both a book of dread and a promise. It speaks to the ultimate battle between good and evil, the final reckoning, and the potential for a fresh start beyond the trials of the world. The book of Revelations is a text of paradoxes, full of frightening imagery, disturbing prophecies, and visions of destruction. Yet, it also carries a message of hope, of renewal, and of divine justice. For centuries, its mysteries have inspired fear, fascination, and interpretation, as people seek to understand what it truly means. While the book's vivid and often terrifying visions can leave us unsettled, they also remind us of the fragility of the world and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. The book of Revelations doesn't just describe the end, it speaks to the beginning of something new, a world beyond the trials of the present. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the apocalyptic visions of the book of Revelations. Stay tuned for more explorations into the mysteries of sacred texts. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts with us in the comments. Until next time, may we all seek understanding in the face of life's greatest mysteries.